Hi everybody and welcome back. I'm Emma and I'm the artist behind Unsteady Art, and this week we've been, I should say last week we were trying to do the hardback book. So originally I did it as my normal notebook, and then when I was doing the designs I thought I could quite easily do this as an actual book. So this is exactly what I'm doing. So I have done bookbinding before, but we are talking before my son was born, and he's nearly 18. So yeah, a long time. So I'm going to have to catch up on a little bit of how the stitching goes, because that bit I kind of remember most, but it's just tying them all together. Because it were a bit of a seminar and they supplied all the bits, I never got a bookbinding kit, so that is what I ordered last week, and it didn't come in time for last week's video. So here's my kit. I got it from Amazon. So it's got a wooden ruler, which, being fair, I wouldn't use, and the only reason is I've got much better rulers that are strong enough for cutting paper as well as measuring and scoring. Is just a bit better. I've got the bits that I really did need, which was the bone folder. Don't think they're made of bone, but I'm not complaining. It's going to be a lot easier than me sort of trying to do it on my own. So, not gonna lie, this bit I remember, that bit not so sure, so I'm gonna have to research that. Another bit that I definitely needed was the wax thread. The reason why I use wax thread is it stops it from irritating the paper. It stops it from irritating the holes, the thread, so it doesn't start falling apart. The other bits, the brush which you apply. Now I have to admit, I've been using just really tatty old brushes just to sort of do the gluing bit, and that's because I don't mind them being completely done. Yeah, I've put some different colour thread, which is quite nice. I think they're mainly for the leather parts, but hey ho. And then this bit, which it's basically a very long needle. It's thick enough where the thread can go through quite nicely, but it's long enough as well where you can go through quite a long section of pages without having to keep redoing everything. Craft knife, oh no, sorry, scissor cutters. I have got loads of. Doing embroidery kind of makes that happen. And some curved needles, so this makes it easier to be able to hook around. I'm going to have to practice a little bit with them because I'm used to the old-fashioned straight, and to be honest I think I got taught the old-fashioned straight. Do apologise, camera went a bit dead. So as I was saying, so I've bought the bookbinding stuff. I've even bought bookbinding glue. Idea is it's not meant to go as yellow. Whether or not, I don't know, never tried it, so I'll let you know once I've finished whether or not I like it or not. The other thing that I've done as well, which I've got a video which I'll play shortly after this, of how my husband built it. David is lovely. I ain't got the power to do it anymore, so what he's done for me is this. So it's, where is it? It's a book press, that's the word. So basically what happens is you put the book in there, obviously these then will disappear. You slow it down as much as you can, and then you tighten it up with the butterfly, oh you can't see that one, with the book. Clumsy cat moment there. And then you tighten it up so it's not moving. It's got the pressure, so hopefully the glue will evenly be distributed and stick everywhere, rather than have a bit that isn't and a bit loose. So I'll lay that down again. I've also thought as well of how I want the back of the book to be. Now I've seen it a few times. I've also had a bit of a thought on what I want to do for the cover. Now I definitely want it to be jelly bean themed, and I've seen quite a lot recently of embroidered hardback books. First time I'd seen it was on Bailey J's YouTube channel. She sells them in Canada, and I've also seen him in a few bookstores near us as well, and they were Studio Ghibli. Now whether or not mine fully is able to do it, but I do need to do some testers. So first test I need to do is the material that I'm thinking of using, which I've got quite a lot of the twill, seeing as I'm now using badges on the B film. I've got quite a lot of twill spare, and it's quite sturdy material, so it might actually do really well for the book binding. I just need to make sure that the glue's not going to go through the fabric, because that won't look as nice. I have seen some videos where they've used the iron-on backing just to be able to do it so there's a thicker layer between, which I have got quite a bit of that. Surprisingly, I got it by mistake thinking it was going to be the stuff that I put on badges, but it was only one-sided. So hopefully that will work for that. And then it's just seeing how it binds together. So let's get on with the binding. Hey everyone, so it's the next morning, just before I started filming to start getting the book bound, I thought there wasn't enough pages. So I've gone off and printed, I think it's 104. So yeah, you get, 52 sheets for 104 pages. The other thing that we're going to do is, seeing as I've now decided I wanted to do the book as an embroidered front, or try to, I've decided to show you something that's a little bit different, because what I'm going to be doing is, while I'm doing that, I might as well try the testers on jelly pins, the digitation, and it is just so I can move things on a bit quicker. So if I pull you up, and I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So I'm going to apologise if it's looking a little bit grainy or colours are off. I'll try and get it as much as I can. So when it comes to anything with colour, there's several different colour charts. So for example, the bookmark, they're done in one type of chart. With the saturation of the printer, sometimes it means that it ends up looking a different colour when you print it out on different formats. So you've got RGB, CM, I think it's Y something. I'll hopefully put it on the screen for you. And then you've got the saturation. So these two, oh, sorry, it's very, look, very different colours, even though it's the same design. So, just as much as I would do with most projects that I do, which you don't tend to see, is trying to colour match. So I've got several ways to do this. So even though I do like the colours on the bookmarks, it is the pages that is going to go in the notebook. So it's the notebook that I'm wanting to match. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of different types of thread. This is just a small selection of the thread I've got, as well as a catalogue and a digital catalogue of all the colours that you can think of. So when it comes to Madeira, they have a wide selection. They even do a Pantone match on quite a few things as well, which is another colour situation. So for this, I'm going to look at what I've got, which the design that I did it was run with this type of yellow. So it's a fluorescent yellow. Number is 1823. Now if I look against the picture, see if I can get it for you. No. Hope you can see. It is way too bright. When it's printed out, it is more of a goldish type of look, but it's not a shiny gold. So I brought out a few other yellows, as well as obviously the one that I picked. And looking against it, I don't know if you can see, but I'm probably more prone to say it's a bit too light. So I'd probably suggest that one, which is 1980, compared to the fluorescent colour that I chose originally. So I'm going to put that to one side. So I'm happy with that. The blues, so this type of blue here, I've done as the baby blue, and being honest with you, it's actually about right already. So I'm happy with that. Where if now I'm going to purposely do this. So they're the colours we've chose. That is the bookmark. That would still be close. The blue on the other hand wouldn't be. So quite funny with colours. So that's them. The next ones is the purple. Now I know full well I haven't got the correct colour for this. Doesn't matter which of the purples I've got. Whoops. They will not match that. And the reason being is because when it's printed out, unlike this one where that will probably be quite a good fit. Sorry. It's really bad lighting today. Where that one is quite close, but on the sheet it's nowhere near. Let me just pick that other one up. Right, now pick that up. Yeah, that one I matched. But when it comes to the one on the sheet, none of them do. So am I going to buy more just for this project? No. Would I buy it for the next, or if I was selling it? Possibly. especially if I'm making another order, because I do like to get a couple of colours each time, and that's just to keep up with everything I do. So for me, the nearest purple to that one is still this one, which is 1711. Oh my. But if I go to Madeira thread, I'd say it'd be more here, which is 1630 or even 1522. And that's just because this purple's got a bit more blue tinge. It's got a bit more blue tinge than the reddish ones that I've got at the moment. So I will write that down for later, just in case I decide to change it later on. But it's not usually too bad. So, which one did I say? 1711. So I'm going to put that to that side. So the darker, once again, I'm not going to be able to find the exact match. This is probably between these two. So what I'm going to do is introduce this back. So, let's see if I can get them. Little fingers. So, it's either going to be very contrasting on those, so I think I'm going to try both on screen and just see how they look together. So I'm going to put that as a definite, them two as the maybes. Orange. So the nearest ones I've got is either an overly fluorescent, which is more like the yellow scenario, or this one that's a little bit more tangerine-y. So me personally, I'm leaning to this one, which is 1923. So that's a definite. And that's pretty much all the colours matched. So I'm going to go change all the colours over, set that all up, and then you're going to see me starting to print that out and then folding all these as well. Not going to talk much, because as much as I'm showing you how I'm doing it, it's not really a tutorial because this is first time and I've done it. So yeah, let's see how we go. Let's go. So I'm currently watching Bitter Melon Bindery. So far she's the easiest one to follow when I thought of bookbinding. I have watched quite a few which I can't remember off the top of my head. The one thing that she's suggesting is to make a bit of a guide for it, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Don't have to. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired. So what this is for, I get my ruler. I do apologise if I'm covering everything up. You're on a bit of an awkward angle because I've got like 3 things going at once. So what she's suggesting, I can level this up. There we go. So 2 centimetres either way, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2.5 centimetres. Now she does have, for those who, that's not right. Have a look at the little notch I did there. Blimey. Oh, it's gone off. Two and a half, and that should make for, which it does. So I'll level this up with my sheet. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. Line point letter. A, 4. I purposely put that because I have to admit I had to measure it out at one point just to make sure I wasn't doing an A4 sheet or an A4 notebook. Right. So I'm going to set the embroidery going, and I'm also going to start piling these. So another thing that she did mention that I've done off camera is to do them in 4 pages. So the 4 pages you fold up, use the bone to scrape across, and you make at least 10. So I'm doing I'm getting 104 pages, which is 52. So let's see if I can do this. So as you're already aware of, I am not exactly she did suggest do it on both sides, and then you use the guide then apparently to push the holes, and then you bring it all back together. So I'm going to do that while my stitching's happening. Hi everyone, bit of a wide angle because I didn't want to really alter the camera that much because it's set up for something else as well. So I'm going to show you where I've got to. So Jelly Pins Embroidery is finally stitched out. There's only a few bits around where the bottom fin is where I need to just sort of widen the yellow that little bit more just to make sure that it covers all of it and doesn't leave any of the background colouring. I have took a picture which hopefully I'll show you here of with and without the yellow border, you know, the very outline, the satin stitch. I think I'm probably still going to end up incorporating it, but it did look nice without it. But that's for another day. So with that being completed to what I think I need it to do, maybe do one more stitch out just to make sure that those bits are done. The colours in aspects is quite close, other than the purple, which I knew would be an issue anyway. So the other bit that I've completed is also not just printing and folding them, I've also managed to put the holes into the sections as well. Can't remember the technical term for that, probably learn it eventually. You know what I'm like. And I just need to stitch it together, which I'm kind of hoping I'll do that before doing this last stitch out on that, because I do want to talk you through a bit of it as well. So yeah, let's get on with it. So according to what I've been watching, you need one for each section. Don't know terms yet, but trust me, I'll find out. So 1, 2,
Sew up through station 5, being careful not to pull the thread out of the signature.
so it is in through first. Well, she says 6, but there's my needle gone. Give her credit, she makes it look easy. Hey, there we go. Oh, I'm not used to these curvy ones. So she says to leave a bit of a so long. I'm going to leave about that much, just a bit short. I have probably been over generous with the amount of thread that I've scooped up, so that shouldn't be much of an issue. first time I've managed to thread it through that way and on it actually go through. First time. And the last hole on the first section, chapter. And then we're to hold that and then pull it taut. There we go, so that's what it looks like in the middle, and that's what it looks like at that side. So now we've done that, pulled it taut, and we need to get another one, go into the last one this time round, or the bottom one in my case. So I'm trying not to block you. Line us up. Into number 2. Apparently with this, we're meant to go up and behind the cross bit. And then back through number 3. Like I said, the skill's generally not new to me. With how long I've had it, it certainly feels like it. Back through the next. Oh, a little bit knotted up there. Oh, jeez. It's a good job I've locked my needle in. Oh, I've really knotted myself up here. Give us 2 minutes. There we go. Luckily with it being wax thread, it's very easy to see where it has decided to knot up. When I'm dealing with the thread I'm used to dealing with, it's not that easy. Let me me see if I can pull this a bit taut again. Because doing that, I've really slackened it off. So back up through that one again. Into there. By all means, if anybody's watching this and you see me make an absolute mess, comment, I don't mind. If you can teach me something new, I am quite willing to listen. And then back through the last one. Oh, forget it's getting knotted. It's getting knotted on other pieces of paper. Right, so once again, I'm going to try and make it tight, because if I know the next part, it's to tie it up, and I'd rather it be taut now. There we go. Right, so I need to make a knot there. There we go. So that's the first link with the two sections. So yeah, let's rinse and repeat, and I'll also put the embroidery machine on for one more go. Right, so I've done quite a lot today. So first bits, I've done 2 of my jelly pins embroidery. So these are meant to be for badges, but I'm purposely doing them where I can put them on a front cover. There is a few little bits there, and where's the other bit? I think it's in the middle a bit, where I just need to widen it back out, and that should fix the issue, so I'm not too worried about that, and as usual it's for myself anyway, so it is what it is. So the next bit is I've fully folded, stitched all of the book together. Great. Right, it looks like I'm doing a bit more work then, but I'll do that another day. So yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, make a comment please, I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, next time I'll be doing a bit of research on how to do the cover, because I will need to know that before I start to put that and that together. Oh, and a few testers for them as well, just to make sure that the glue isn't going to go through the material. Okay, bye.